It is Independence Day in America, but on this special day, we find our beloved country more divided than united. Here to talk about the road ahead and much more is the host of the Dennis Prager Show and founder of Prager University, Dennis Prager. Thanks so much for being here, Dennis, and happy 4th of July, which I fear means something different to us than it does to a lot of other people. But I want to talk about racism, and I want to talk about the theme and the undercurrent of all the protests and the burning and the looting and the toppling of statues. And that is that America is starting to recognize how racist she really is. Your thoughts?
I wrote a piece a number of years ago that the greatest libel since the blood libel against the Jews in the Middle Ages, where Jews were accused of using Christian kids' bloods to bake matzah for Passover.
Oh.
That was the great blood libel. The second biggest libel that I am aware of on a national level is that the United States is a racist country. That is how profound a lie it is. And the reason it's so serious is now seen in the streets. It is seen in the lives of vast numbers of white and black and other kids in this country who believe this grand lie. There are so many obvious ways to prove how little racist this country is. Let me give you just a quick review. First of all, there are so many hoaxes. There are so many race hoaxes of a swastika on a dorm room, of a noose in somebody's room, of a gang rape against a black woman. All of them turn out to be hoaxes. So I have a question. Why are there, or Jussie Smollett, obviously, the latest one with NASCAR, why are there so many hoaxes if there's so much real racism? I'll bet you there wasn't one anti-Semitic hoax in Germany in the 1930s. You think any Jew made up an anti-Semitic incident? Of course not, because there was so much real anti-Semitism. You make up stuff when the real stuff doesn't exist. How about this? 2 million black Africans, I'm not even talking about North Africans who were Arab, black sub-Saharan Africans have moved to the United States in the last 50 years, been incredibly successful, one of the most successful immigrant groups. Why would black Africans move to a country that is racist? Are they stupid? Are they suicidal? They know better than the entire faculty at Yale how little racist America is and what a land of opportunity it is. I could go on and on, but just give you an idea. This is truly a non-racist country. There are racists in it, but that's a difference. I'm a Jew. There are anti-Semites in America, but America has been the best country Jews have ever lived in outside of Israel in their history.
You know, it's fascinating to hear you talk, because what is happening in this country, you know, when you talk about all of those successful blacks who come from South Africa, which is wonderful to hear, you realize that so many people in this country are detached from anything having to do with racism. I'm of Lebanese descent, Lebanese Christian. I mean, we didn't have any slaves. You know, I have friends who are different ethnicities who came from Europe. I mean, and all of a sudden, all of America is supposed to be racist. All the cops are supposed to be racist. And if you're a black cop, all of a sudden you're a racist because now you're wearing a blue uniform. How does this all end, Dennis?
It can only end in one way, really. Either America survives the left or America defeats the left. And I'm not talking liberals. Liberals are mostly weak and naive, but they're not leftists. The day, by the way, this is one of the ways to solve our problem. Liberals need to recognize, as Alan Dershowitz and Dave Rubin and other liberals have, their enemy is the left, not the right. Because we conservatives are protecting liberal values, whereas the left is destroying liberal values, like free speech, for example. The day the liberal wakes up from his stupor that his enemy is the conservative and not the left, that will be the solution. But to answer your question, once again, this is an existential battle. Either America survives and the left is defeated, or the left survives and America is defeated. It is as simple as that. We are in a civil war. I pray it is not violent, although if it is, they have begun the violence. But if you deny we're in a civil war, you are having your head in the proverbial sand.
Dennis Prager, you always make so much sense. Thanks so much for being with us tonight, and